Um, I got 2 cups of basmati rice here. I got so many different methods and ways of cooking rice. Today I'll show you a very simple way. I'll use just plain rice. I got some beef stock, and I'll put some vegetables, mixed veggies like that in it. I serve this cooked rice with any meat. If you have a steak or chicken kebab or anything like that, it's really delicious. So before we do anything, we have to wash it, get rid of all the starch, and soak it for half an hour. Okay, so we will keep washing it and changing the water until the water clears from all the starch. Well, this is how I do my way. Just I go like that, and slowly the water will clear. All the starch will go, otherwise the rice will be too sticky, and like where I come from, we don't like very much sticky rice. We like it to be very fluffy and long grain. Pretty much the water is clear now, if you can see. Okay, we will leave it like this for half an hour. To start with the rice, I'll heat up the saucepan bit, put a little bit of oil, enough oil to cover the base. Yep. And we'll wait for it until it heats up. We will cook the vegetables first because they will take a little bit longer than the rice. We let them saute on high heat so they won't get all like how you say it, so won't release a lot of liquid because they're frozen vegetables. So it has to be on high heat so they will cook quicker. Saute that way. And also I got the stock over here. It's ready. That's beef stock. Okay, I strained the rice from all the water. We make sure there's no water in there. We start adding it. You can strain it in a colander and then tip it in here straight away. But this is how my mother did it, and that's how I learned growing up cooking rice. So, and that's how I still do it. Okay, now I won't be adding salt at this stage because there's salt in the broth or in the beef stock. So once we add the stock, we'll taste it and then we will adjust the salt. Okay, we will saute the rice well until all the grains are coated with the oil and a little bit dry before we add the stock. We will keep turning it gently. The stock is ready, it's boiling, so that's ready there. One more. Don't wait for too long, otherwise the rice will burn. And always use non-stick saucepan, it turns out better. So what we do, we will level it on top, so I will know how much stock I will use. I got no measurements. My eyes are the measurements for this stage. So what I would do, start adding the stock. I'll get it closer so it won't spill everywhere. We will use enough stock. We'll go above the rice about 1 centimeter, or like that. That's what will your eye will tell you. 1 centimeter above the rice, which is this much. Okay. I'm not a big fan of salt, so I never add any extra. So, but if you like a bit more salt, just taste it and then adjust it accordingly. Okay. Okay, we'll leave it as it is. We'll bring it to boil. We'll leave it on medium high at the moment until it boils nicely. And once the water is almost evaporated from the top, we will reduce it to the lowest temperature you got on your stove, and we will let it simmer gently until it's all cooked. See, the water has subsided or evaporated. Now I will reduce it to the lowest temperature I got, which is number 2, and I'll leave it slowly to simmer until all the liquid is evaporated. Just don't touch it, just leave it like that. Still there's liquid in there, so we'll leave it. Let's check it again. It's been about 10 minutes. Now if I listen like that, that's how we do it. There's still liquid in there. It's not all evaporated. It's just we go like this and like that, so for the liquid to evaporate faster. And we leave it again. Please don't go turning it all the time, otherwise you'll have a sticky rice like risotto. We don't want that. So we will leave it for another couple of minutes and we'll come back. Now after a couple of minutes, I can still hear them, but there's not much in there. So because it's electric stove, I'll switch it off and the element will stay hot. If it's gas, no. So I'll just give it a quick turn. So it won't stick. Okay, see how nice and fluffy it is? Not sticky at all. And look at the size of the grain. Look how long it is. Beautiful. It's worth eating. Okay, I'll put the lid back on and I'll leave it there for 5 minutes. Then I'll turn it again so it won't be sticking together. I hope you try this method of cooking rice, and we'll see you soon in a different recipe. Thank you very much for watching. Bye. Okay, 5 minutes has passed since the rice been resting. Just make sure when you take the lid, there's a lot of condensation. Make sure you flip it so that liquid won't go into the rice. Okay, and then we'll give it another quick mix so it won't stick together, and that's it. It's ready to be served. Okay, there we go.